The Senate is about to take up voting rights. The Senate is taking up the voting rights legislation today, one day after the family of Martin Luther King Jr. sought to position the federal holiday as a springboard for important voting rights discussions. The Democratic leaders are pushed to come together to honor King's legacy with the passage of this legislation. Guess what? It is not going to pass. Right now, individual red states that are run by Republicans are limiting the ability of minorities and people who are hourly workers, which are your working class people, to vote. How? Because they're making people concentrated in cities, they're limiting the number of polling places, which would then make lines 3, 4, 5, 6 hours long to cast a vote. That people who are an hourly worker needs to get back to work, can't wait 5, 6 hours online. They're limiting the people's ability to do a mail-in vote. They're limiting people's ability who are injured, who have some sort of physical disability, to actually vote. All of this concentrated in making it more difficult for people who are working class, who are minorities, to actually cast a vote. Why are they doing this? Again, the same reason why they were trying to limit the census, which is to obviously stay in power. If this was true democracy, Jonathan, a true democracy where it was one vote per person,
Republicans would never have a chance.
Would never have a chance.
Yeah.
So the only way to do it is limit the number of people that are counted for population purposes in blue states and limit the number of people who can actually vote in the red states. That's what they're doing.
Yeah. It's wild.
So President Biden has had conversations with all the Democrats. They have 48 Democrats on board to pass this voting legislation, which would make it a much fairer, balanced apportionment of voting rights across all states, meaning that whatever the rule is in New York is the rule in Arkansas, is the rule in Kentucky.
That's what it should be.
And also to make it that no line should be more than 30 minutes.
Nice.
To make it that it's a federal holiday.
Yeah.
So you don't have to lose a day's salary or half a day's salary if you're an hourly worker just to cast a vote.
Right.
To allow mail-in votes. So you know what? I want to work anyway, even if it's a federal holiday. I don't want to wait in line in bad weather. I don't want, because in rural areas and suburban areas, which are more predominantly white and Republican, the voting machines lines 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 3 minutes.
I've never even seen that.
All right, in cities that are predominantly minority, they're around the corner.
That's so crazy.
Now the problem is that Senator Sinema and Senator Manchin, they claim they're Democrats. But they may be Democrats in name only.
Yeah. Because
they do not want to end the filibuster to change this voting rights or pass this voting rights legislation. And they're using this filibuster as a BS excuse, because nobody is staking their career on a procedure. You stake your career on making changes to laws. So they don't want to change this law. Or they want to change this law, but they're not getting things that they need to bring to their constituents. So this is, as we talked about yesterday, this is a breakdown in the political process. Politics is the art of consensus. And today in America, we can't get consensus. We can't get compromise.
Yeah.
We can't get any compromise whatsoever. Even Biden says he doubts it's going to pass.
Dang.
Which really is going to lead to this. A landslide for Republicans, because they did manipulate the census, and a landslide for Republicans because we have no voting rights.
Sheesh.
In 2022.
I don't see how that's all, how they can get away with this. I just don't get it.
They get away with it for 200 years now. Thanks for watching. For more Bradshaw Live, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.